Hacksaw Ridge Movie Review. The moral issues are idea or murder, gaining peace, and fighting between faith and circumstances. The Bible indicated that, "Thou shalt not kill," but during World War II, many soldiers sacrificed their lives in order to gain peace to their country. Soldiers are drenching with blood of their own, fellow soldiers, and enemy during the event. War was created through a tough call in order to gain peace. Violence is the only solution to violence. Relatively, it is a survival situation. Faith and practical situations are one of the dilemmas in the story since the beliefs and perspective of other people varies from the main character. The soldiers have different perspectives to DOS belief in not holding guns but willing to serve in the army. Courage, interpersonal skills, and empathy was shown in the film. During the soldiers entered the vicinity of Hacksaw Ridge, the soldiers showed their courage to risk their lives on the battlefield. The interpersonal skills were shown during when the soldiers fought with the Japanese. They have shown their skills in using firearms and tactical skilling in combating. They have shown empathy when their fellow soldiers got bullied and had been hurt on the battlefield. They all did not give up even when the situation was worst. The author's perception for both good and evil is following and obeying the 10 Commandments of the Bible since they follow the moral practices that were taught in the church. All manners and action that oppresses other people will be considered evil and doing a humane act is considered good. Conscience and guilt are the considerable debates to know which is evil and good. The characters, setting, and plot represent determinants of moral actions and threefold inclination of the human person. Moral actions and consciences are both considered in the film since the war put them in a situation to choose between nationalism, courage, and guilt. In order to fight for their country's peace, they both need to resolve it with violence, which can instill fear and anger in their enemy due to the circumstances that all soldiers have in. The film influences its viewers to be courageous, ethical, and to believe that the dilemma that they are fighting right now will have an effect on their future. As the moral of the film is to have faith and sense of humanity even in desperate situations and life-threatening events. We are not alone in the fight since in every situation we may fall, there are possibilities that there might be someone that will help us. The film's moral is to show empathy, faith, and integrity that can inspire other people that there is no wrong to apologize for any wrongdoings and believing that the teaching of religion is not an act of weakness but showing respect and guidance. For value of literature. Literature that has good intention to it may result in a significant factor into which it is pertaining to. Literature that has humane intention is a literature that must be spread and be taught to other people since it will have good benefits to anyone. In times of different dilemmas of people, some may seek literature as guide or enlightenment. Literature should ought to have good intentions to it. For moral and ethical teaching, literature that is misguided or corrupt is not a literature that must be published and not be shared to anyone since the intention or purpose of it is not suitable to anyone, especially it will inflict moral and ethical consideration. Confusion is the only result if the literature presented will misguide anyone. It must not be considered as literature but as a threat to humanity.